Hello everyone, let's talk about St. Paul's Cathedral, a really cool building in London. It's super impressive and has a long and interesting history. It sits on Ludgate Hill, the highest spot in the city of London. This spot has been a place of worship for over 1400 years. The cathedral we see today was built by a famous architect named Sir Christopher Wren. A big fire, the Great Fire of London in 1666, destroyed the old St. Paul's. Wren saw this as a chance to build something amazing, something to inspire people, and that's how we got this iconic cathedral. It shows how strong London is and how talented Wren was. St. Paul's isn't just a church, it represents London itself. Its big dome is famous in the city skyline, and it reminds everyone of London's spirit. For many years, St. Paul's has been a place for big celebrations. Kings and queens have been crowned there, and important people have been buried there. St. Paul's has seen a lot of important events like royal weddings and funerals that changed British history. Remember Prince Charles and Lady Diana's wedding in 1981? Millions of people around the world watched it on TV. It showed how grand St. Paul's is. Another big event was Winston Churchill's funeral in 1965. Churchill, who led Britain in World War II, had a very serious funeral with important people from all over the world. This showed how St. Paul's is like a special shrine for the nation. Important heroes like Admiral Horatio Nelson and the Duke of Wellington are buried at St. Paul's. These men were super important in British history, and their tombs remind us of what they did for their country. Inside, St. Paul's is just as amazing, with beautiful mosaics, fancy stone carvings and paintings on the dome that tell stories from the Bible. These artworks make the cathedral feel even more special. Sir Christopher Wren was a brilliant architect who changed London forever. St. Paul's Cathedral is his best work. Wren mixed different building styles like Gothic and Renaissance. This mix makes it look unique and beautiful. The most famous part is the dome, one of the biggest in the world. It has 3 layers, a clever design that makes sure the weight is spread out so the dome can be so huge. On top of the dome is a lantern, which makes it look even more impressive. Wren used Portland stone, a strong rock that lasts a long time, to build the cathedral. That's why St. Paul's is that famous white colour. Inside, the cathedral is just as amazing, with tall arches and high ceilings that make you feel small and amazed. During World War II, London was bombed a lot. This was called the Blitz. St. Paul's Cathedral became a symbol of hope, standing strong, even though everything around it was being destroyed. One night, bombs hit the cathedral and it caught on fire. A brave group of people called the St. Paul's Watch ran to help. They risked their lives to put out the fire and save the cathedral. They were so brave. Prime Minister Winston Churchill knew how important St. Paul's was, so he said it had to be protected no matter what. He knew it gave people hope, and it was important for everyone to stay strong. The picture of St. Paul's standing tall during the Blitz became very famous. It showed how strong London was. Today, St. Paul's reminds us that people can be strong, even in hard times. It shows the power of faith and hope. It's a place where everyone can go to feel peaceful and inspired.